Ready, hunt!
From the Opopco Studios in Oklahoma City, this is a Cable Motors OU update. I'm Jenny Carlson. Missouri comes to Norman on Saturday for a game against Oklahoma after last year's loss. Is there revenge on the Sooners' mind? We've got Travis Haney on the phone from Norman. And Travis, that's the question I'll ask you. Is revenge a factor in this game after last year's loss in Columbia?
Well, Bob Stoops seems to take issue with that specific word of revenge, and I'm not exactly sure why. Maybe it's because it didn't work out so well last week for Florida State, but what he's told the players in meetings is, yeah, you can have that word revenge on your mind, but that's only going to carry you for a play or two in the game, and then you still have to wind up playing the next 60 minutes. So it's about how you play in the game, not necessarily the emotion that you carry into it. But rest assured, I mean, this is something they're thinking about. We've talked to a lot of the players this week, and they all remember exactly how that went down last year in Columbia. Brendan Clay telling us that his lasting image was a girl hitting him in the face with a pom-pom after the game. So it wasn't a fun trip. It wasn't a fun memory for these guys, and I think there's some carryover to that, even if this game is at home where OU's played so well.
You know, last year that was a game that Oklahoma's ahead going into the fourth quarter. They really get dominated in the fourth quarter. Is this just going to be a completely different scenario? It's on home turf. Oklahoma looks better this year. Or is there a chance we could see a repeat of a close game coming down to a fourth quarter again?
Well, I don't think they want to be in that if that's at all possible. And it was one of those back-and-forth games. It was a game day game. Missouri had a lot more firepower with Blaine Gabbert, and they just took over the game on both sides of the ball in the fourth quarter. And that's actually the opposite what happened last week at Florida State, where OU took over at FSU on both sides of the ball. So clearly that's something that they would want more than what happened last year in Columbia. I think this is just a mismatch. You know, I don't think this Missouri team is last year's Missouri team, and certainly where the game is being played is a big, big factor. Missouri had lost 7 straight against OU until last year's game. And Jenny, do you know the last time that they won in Norman?
I don't. I can't even remember if I was there.
1966.
I was not
I doubt
there.
That you were there. Yeah, I mean, there is a stigma about OU at home, and you heard one of the Missouri players, Jarrell Jackson, kind of making a joke about it and saying, what's so tough about Oklahoma at home? Well, when you're 73-2 in Stoops' era, and Missouri hasn't won here since 1966, I'm not sure that gives you the right to talk.
Well, we'll talk about maybe revenge after the game, after we see how things go on Saturday. Kickoff at 7 p.m. Be sure to stay with the best coverage team anywhere at newsok.com and every day in the Oklahoman.